Uh-oh. Nice. Anyways.
Watching your mouth move, damn you look stupid. No filter, I got no filter. No filter, I got no filter. No filter, I got no filter. No filter, I got no filter.
What's up? Welcome back to another episode of Fat Guys React. I am Fisch.
I'm Optimal Prime.
And we're about to watch My Hero Academia Season 1, Episode 5, What I Can Do For Now. I've seen the show.
I have not.
Yeah. So
Like, are we doing the back and forth there or no?
We probably should. My bad. But
Awesome.
but yeah, so this is your first time reactions, my probably third time reactions at this point. But we'll see how this goes. Last episode we saw he used One for All for the first time. He punched a giant robot. He broke himself punching and jumping towards that giant robot, and was fixed quickly.
Got 0 points for it.
Got 0 points for it, but got, what was it? Defense points, protection points, something like that.
Yeah, like 60 or something like that.
Yeah, so he has made it into UA, his hero school of choice, and he is on his path to maybe being a hero. What do you think? What do you think the first day of school is going to look like?
I don't know. It seems like he really doesn't have control of his powers, so I'm imagining a Sky High situation where he just doesn't. He like either overuses his powers or is like too timid to use them because he has no control and doesn't want to break his body again.
Okay.
That's my prediction. Let's see how wrong I am. We should start a wrong counter of all my predictions that are wrong.
Okay.
I think that'd be funny.
All right.
You should edit all of that out because this has been all unusable.
Probably, yeah. Maybe I'll get your noise and your whoop 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 thing.
Yeah.
But
with no context.
Yeah. That'll be the very beginning. Anyways, so we'll see what happens. I'm excited for you to see what happens on their first day of school. Let's just go ahead and get into it.
I am curious to see what happens with his friend bully, the fire guy whose name I can't remember. I'm really bad at remembering people's names in anime.
No,
it takes me a long
that's fine.
time.
It's Bakugo, and it'll be interesting, I think.
Okay,
we'll see.
like Bakugan. I think I make
just
that
like
joke every
Bakugan,
time.
yeah, the show that I'm sure you watched a ton or whatever.
Yep.
Is that the one where there's like the dice looking things and they pop out into being monsters?
Oh, I thought it was the one with the tops where they had like you pull
That's
them
Beyblade.
Out. It is Beyblade.
Yeah,
oh my goodness. I think you're right. I think it is the dice monsters.
Speaking of like really old animes from our childhood, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged guy is starting to do more Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged again. I know. So
I just finished DBZ Abridged and Hellsing Ultimate Abridged, and I was like, I don't want to rewatch those because I just watched them. I was gonna watch Attack on Titan, but maybe I have to check out Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged again.
Yeah, I mean, there's only the one episode of Attack on Titan. Yeah,
and it was so
it's
good.
The best thing that they've done.
It was better than anything else they've done, and I'm so mad that they can't do anymore. That sucks so bad.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry.
No, we're good. All right.
It's kind of your fault if you think about
I know. I derailed this, and I'm totally fine with it.
it.
All right, let's get into season 1, episode 5.
Yeah.
He took down those faux villains like an
Of course, he got first place.
When most of the other examining.
The 7th place student had 0 villain points.
He's not the first UA hopeful to take out that giant robot.
But at what cost? If you ask me, it's like his body isn't used to his quirk.
Hi, All Might!
You out, kid!
All Might's here! Wait! I was just kidding! Nothing to see here! Lame. I wanted an autograph.
I didn't tell anyone at UA that I've been training you or anything.
Smart.
The school didn't want me telling anyone about the job until they made an official announcement. It seemed like fortuitous timing. An easy way to find someone new to inherit One for All.
He was originally planning to give it to a UA student. Someone who was strong. Who already had a quirk. Your power completely wrecked my body. And all I did was jump and throw one punch.
Hoping to master it right away is like asking a baby to run a marathon.
Wait, you knew I was gonna get hurt that badly?
Well, we were in a time crunch. Right now, your quirk is either all or nothing. One day, you'll learn how to control your output. Then you'll be able to adjust exactly
Those
how
gas
much
cans,
power
is that
you're
what he
using.
said?
I think
Just
so.
need control?
You're overflowing with energy at the moment. With training, your body will hold it better. The torch I passed on to you is but a small flame right now. In time, it will be kindled until you wield a raging inferno. Eventually, I'll retire, my job complete.
Man, the music is top notch. It's just consistently good.
Sure,
It's
you
really
didn't just pack
impressive.
action figures, right?
I have everything. Now I gotta go.
Did she say
I
you
don't wanna be
didn't
late.
pack your
Is it
action
true?
figures, right?
What?
I'm really proud of you, son.
Especially
I
since
began
you've been
my high school career.
lying to me and got in using a
I'll
quirk
see you
that
soon.
That she doesn't know
she doesn't
about,
know about.
right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The acceptance rate that year was just as small as it always had been. 1 in 300. 4 people got in because of recommendations.
This
and
is weird
36
music.
through the
I
regular
don't have a
exams.
problem with it, but it is weird.
We were split into 2 classes of 20
It's like
students
it doesn't fit the
each.
vibe of the show.
Class 1A.
I'm glad we had subtitles on because I
Come on,
I
we're
thought
in
they
it.
said poor people got in on recommendations and not 4 people.
Man, this thing is huge. Are there
You
giants
don't want the
here?
poor people here.
Yeah,
The most
just a few of
promising
them.
students in the
I'm Tenya Ida from the Somei Private Academy.
Somei, huh? So you must think you're better than me. I'm gonna have fun tearing you a new one.
You would threaten me? Your own classmate? Are you sure you're in the right place?
Huh.
It's him.
Hi!
You realized that there was something more to the practical exam, didn't you? I admit, as a student, you're far superior to me.
I find that hard to believe.
Falling boy!
Oh my gosh, it's that nice girl who talked to me. She looks good in that uniform.
That punch was amazing!
What did you do to pass the exam? You must have cheated somehow, right? I'm supposed to be the first and only student from this crappy school to get into UA, but you had to go and screw that
Told you
all
wasn't
up.
gonna be happy
I
about it.
warned you not to apply!
Nope.
Someone I look up to told me that I can become a hero. That's why I applied. That's why I'm going.
I'm gonna ruin that little bastard. Right after I figure out how he got in.
I wonder what our teachers are like. I can't wait to meet everybody!
If you're just here to make friends, then you can pack up your stuff now. Welcome to UA's hero course.
What is that thing?
It took 8 seconds before you all shut up. That's not gonna work. Rational students would understand that.
Who is this guy? But he looks so worn out. What's his deal?
Hello, I'm Shota Aizawa, your teacher.
Our teacher?
Academic.
They really haven't showed much of the class yet.
No, they
Got the wrong homeroom teacher and life is hell.
Here at UA, we're not tethered to traditions. That means that I get to run my class however I see fit. The country's still trying to pretend we're all created equal by not letting those with the most power excel. Try doing it with your quirk. Anything goes, just stay in the circle.
just gonna blow it
All
up.
right, man,
Like,
you asked for it. I'll add a little heat to my pitch and drop their jaws.
I don't think this is how. Like, okay. All right, I guess so. I don't understand the physics of his powers. I guess.
All of you need to know your maximum capabilities.
Yeah, wouldn't
The most
it be
rational way of figuring
destroyed?
out
I
your
don't.
potential as a pro hero.
Okay. All right.
Whoa, 705 meters? Are you kidding me?
That's a little bit more than 67.
This is
Couple.
what I'm talking about.
So this looks fun.
I think this is a really cool way to introduce
You have 3 years here to become a
all
hero.
the quirks of the
You think
class
it's all gonna
just
be
by having them
games
do
and
tests and
playtime?
use them.
Just like Sky High.
Idiots.
It
Today
seems
you'll
like I
complete
hide
an
so
8
long.
physical tests to gauge your potential.
That's your
Whoever comes in
mistake.
last has none and will be expelled immediately.
Oh.
Oh crap, he got Aizawa.
Immediate expulsion? 8 tests? Oh crap, not good.
It's like Kakashi
I can only use
not
one
taking
for all at
students.
either 0 or 100% right now.
That is
I
like
don't have
that,
any
yeah.
control yet.
Boy, we're halfway through the episode already. I feel like nothing has happened.
I know this one's not very heavy on the front end.
I mean, we just got here. That isn't fair.
Oh, and you think natural disasters are?
Ooh, sick burn.
Or power-hungry villains? Hmm?
His hair poking out of him looked like a mustache.
No.
Yeah.
The world is full
That,
of
I was like, was he mustachioed?
hero's job to try to combat that unfairness.
I like that they just keep using the same stills of these students. It's a really good way to like
To save
on
money.
animation.
Have you seen Invincible season 2?
Not all of it,
Oh.
but I've read the comics and I know the frame that they spoofed,
Oh, okay.
UA's the top hero program.
where they just use the same,
Uh-huh.
keep using the same shot.
To blow
Yeah.
these nerds away.
Funny.
Now then.
There's,
we're
I
just
mean, there's a
wasting
whole
time
like
by talking. Let the
a whole
game
60 seconds where they talk about saving money on animation, so that they can do cooler stuff later.
Yeah. Yeah, they do that in the comics a little bit too. Oh, neat. Oh yeah, super speed? That was not made clear to me before.
Oh,
50
yeah.
meters, I can only get up to
I guess I wasn't
13.
paying good enough attention.
I'll explain it.
Engine. As you can see, his legs are pretty dang fast.
He literally has engines on his legs.
Speed won't help him.
I'll lighten up my clothes. Oh, and my shoes too.
Oh, Chaco Uraraka. Her quirk, zero gravity. But if she uses her power too much, she totally hurls.
Okay, so that is a side effect of her quirk. We talked about that last time. I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
At least that's fast.
Yuga Aoyama. His quirk, naval laser.
You're right. This is a funny way to and helpful way to show.
Body can't shoot it forever.
Shooting my beautiful beam for more than a second hurts my tummy.
What a tool.
Testing the upper limits of their powers helps me assess their room for growth. Pros have to be creative in order to succeed.
Katsuki Bakugo. His quirk, explosion.
My power is more useless than anyone else's in this school.
Quirks on all
Bakugo's
of them
power
and getting
is really
awesome
cool.
results. So what do I do? I've got
Just,
ton
it's
of
not
power,
fire,
but I
it's
can only use it
explosions
once,
specifically.
and it'll break me.
That's okay.
Control. That's what I need. Maybe I can focus like All Might suggested.
They explain it more later too.
You can
Like
harness
exactly
one for
what
all.
causes it.
It's simple.
Okay.
You already know what it's like to fire on all cylinders.
Yeah, like a lot of broken bones.
No, I'm talking about the Russian side. What was it like?
Or no, like whoosh, or maybe kapow, or ooh, I know, like an egg about to explode
That's-
in a microwave.
The way that he just described that is very much.
That's pretty boring, but okay.
It's very much a
Where you
haiku
want to go with?
sounding thing.
You have lightning fast reflexes. You just need to give it more pow, more. Is it oomph or pow? Make up your mind.
Don't get caught up in the terminology.
But you haven't seen it, so
Oh, I thought you were just saying haiku. Weird.
no.
I was
The
like,
volleyball
I don't think
anime.
I don't think it was a haiku.
3 weeks until school.
Whoosh,
Concentrate,
kapow.
The faster you'll learn. Control over One for All isn't gonna happen overnight, but you'll nail it one day.
Okay, keep the egg from blowing up. Focus.
I was gonna say there's no yeah, there's no reason to even track that.
How's that possible?
I've got to come up with some kind of a game plan. Everyone's had at least
And if she
one
gets
crazy
Infinity,
good
can
score
she
already.
automatically not lose the entire
All this
competition?
stuff is this.
Because
I would kind of think so, right?
Sit-ups and the seated toe touch. It's now or never. To
the
use
sit-ups
one
and the
for all.
seated toe touch.
If Midoriya doesn't shape up soon, he's the one going home.
Huh? Of course he is.
Reminds me of
He's
like
a
the
quirkless
president's
loser.
fitness tests or whatever you used to do in elementary school.
Did you not hear
Yep.
what he did in the entrance exam?
Huh?
Young man, you too can become a hero.
I won't let them down! Ah!
46 meters!
What gives? I was trying to use it just now.
I erased your quirk. Someone like you should never be allowed to enroll at this school.
Wait, you did what to my... Those goggles! I know you! You can look at someone and cancel out their powers! The Eraser Hero! Eraserhead!
That's such a stupid name. for like what he does. Like it sounds so dorky.
was one of those guys who doesn't like the media.
But it's such a cool power.
No, it's a super cool power. The name's wild though.
What name would you have picked instead of Eraserhead?
You're not ready. You don't have control over your power.
I'll think about
Are
it.
you planning to break your bones again?
I mean, even negative, man,
No matter
or
what your
or
intentions are,
negate,
you would be nothing more than a
or
liability in
negative.
battle.
I don't know. I would focus in on
You have
that.
the same
I have a
reckless
feeling you're gonna have a
passion
problem
as
with a lot of
another
the hero
overzealous
names in this
hero I know.
show.
One who saved 1,000 people by himself and became a legend. But even with that drive, you're worthless if you can only throw a single punch before breaking down. With your power, there's no way you can become a hero. I've returned your impractical quirk. Take your final throw. Hurry and get it over with.
I wonder if our teacher gave him some advice.
Probably told him to start packing.
I'm here, Shetty.
Wait, who are you again?
I've only got one shot at nailing this, so what am I gonna do?
Is he going to use his quirk and have to forfeit the rest of the events like a fool? Or admit defeat and settle into last place? Either way, he doesn't belong here.
I still can't control my power.
Are his eyes part of what, like,
So he has to be looking at them to cancel out the quirk.
which is why his eyes are strained and he's got the eye drops and he has to use the
Exactly.
goggles?
Exactly.
No matter
So
what the
the
consequences.
goggles.
actually really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Mr. Aizawa was right about what he said. If I can't control my quirk, there's no way I'll ever become a hero. I have to work way harder than everyone else here if I want to succeed, even if I have a lot to learn. I'll focus on what I can do right now.
Neat. So it's only on the tip of his finger, and that's how.
But not as bad
Oh,
as
that's
before.
neat.
Mr. Aizawa. You see, I'm still standing.
This kid. You knew you had to use one for all, but not at full power, or else you'd be KO. So you propelled the ball at the last possible point of contact.
It's gotta take a lot of
Minimizing
control.
the injury to your body while maximizing the throw. What the heck, young Midoriya? How did you go and get so cool?
Is that Armstrong?
Right. That is the end of episode 5. What did you think?
I think so far, and don't take this the wrong way, I think this is the episode I enjoyed throughout the least.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was pretty slow. I thought once they started doing the test, it got really interesting. But I feel like the pacing was a little slow on this one. But it's okay. They're not all going to be like action packed.
Yeah, I get that, and I honestly forgotten how slow this one was. The only thing that I remember of this episode is the testing. So the fact they didn't start that testing until more than halfway through, I did not remember that.
I actually wish they would have spent more time on the testing and like seeing, because there's like several characters that kind of like briefly showed a little bit, but they didn't introduce them or explain their power. I feel like they skipped 2 whole tests completely. I don't know. Which I get that they weren't like ridiculous, but I don't know. I think the episode would have been more interesting if they had focused more on that.
Right, and there are characters in their class that I don't think we saw any of their testing. So rest assured, there are plenty more characters and quirks that they will call out and explain.
Well, and they said that there's other class, right? This is just the homeroom, his homeroom class. So they're like other classes. So there's, right? Isn't that what they?
So basically, kind of the other classes. He's still with this group. It's almost like his cohort. Like this group of students is class 1A, so they're like the best class. They're this class that scored the highest on the entrance exams.
Gotcha.
The rest of the groups are like there's 1B, 1C.
Gotcha.
And some other stuff, and so you will see them, but he doesn't really take that many classes. They do a couple things, but it takes a while.
Okay.
So
but I guess what I'm saying is there's more students in the school than just
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So what do you think about Mr. Aizawa?
At first I was like, oh, this is the classic anime character who's tired and lethargic all the time, like Shikamaru. Who just doesn't care. But I think I think his powers are sweet. I think Eraserhead is kind of a goofy name, but it kind of seems like all the names in this universe are a little goofy, which is fine.
Well,
Well, you're right. I don't know what else I would call him.
Yeah.
So
it's yeah. I mean, I guess it depends also on like when you're creating your name. Like these are pretty young kids, and if they're creating their names now, that they're going
14.
to carry.
Yeah.
So
that's like if I had to name myself as a superhero at the age of 14, no matter what my power was, it would be a terrible name, I'm sure.
Yeah.
As a 30-year-old, I'd look back and go, why?
Definitely.
Why? Even looking at like Skyrim characters that I made in college, I'm like, what was I thinking?
Yeah. No, I totally get it. Yeah, no, I really like Mr. Aizawa. I think his power is super cool. I think now is the point where you're going to start seeing more and more quirks, and you're going to like realize how varied it is. Like, I mean, the X-Men are very varied too, but like it's really, I mean, there's a lot just because literally everybody has a quirk. So,
and they are unique for the most part, right? Like,
yeah,
there's probably a lot of overlap because they're so specific. And there may be like similarities, but it seems like they're just, even if your quirk is you've got a weird shaped head, your head is still shaped differently than the other people with weird shaped head, you know?
Right.
It is interesting for sure. It's an interesting concept.
Yeah. So I guess they didn't show the results of the test. What do you think the final results are?
Well, I mean, he didn't even outscore Bakugan, right?
Right.
I can't remember his name.
It's Bakugo. It's really close. I think the problem maybe partially is the fact that Midoriya always calls him Kachan, like it's a shortening of his name with the
right.
The
So he doesn't say,
right. So
because if he was saying Bakugo every time, and if he calls it Bakugan, that'd be wild.
There'd be an issue maybe.
I think so. Some copyright problems. Right, because Bakugo did score higher than him on that test, right?
Sure.
So he didn't even like score the highest on that test.
Right, but as long as he's not the lowest.
Right.
So
I mean, I think he makes it obviously, but I'm just saying like he didn't even win the one that he did well in is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
But I don't know. I think it is cool that it seems like he's slowly getting the respect of Mr.
Aizawa. Yeah.
That was close, I guess.
Yeah. No, yeah. It starts to pick up now. So we just finished episode 5. There's 12 episodes in the first season. So
okay.
Yeah, so the first season isn't overly long and it picks up pretty quick.
Okay. I feel like that's how a lot of anime are, especially like, I don't know, is this considered shonen or is this not shonen?
Yeah, it's
shonen. I feel like shonen especially, they're like, oh, here's kind of an intro into the world, blah, 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 blah. And then like a lot of them just, they take off after a point. And I feel like the newer shows are reaching that point a lot sooner than like Dragon Ball Z and One Piece. Naruto wasn't bad. Naruto had like a few dinky episodes and then immediately took you into a pretty big arc.
Yeah.
So
I will not allow my comrades to die. Trust me.
I wouldn't be so sure.
I really like that first arc of Naruto.
Me too.
The Zabuza stuff I think is really cool.
Yeah.
But,
agreed.
All right. Now that we've been off topic a little bit.
Well,
anything else you want to bring up? Anything else you noticed? Anything else about this episode? I mean, you said it was slow, so maybe not.
So did his teacher know that he has All Might's quirk? Like we were talking so much through that I wasn't sure if he understood.
No, sorry about that. Yeah, no. So he knows that he is very powerful. Potentially, I mean, he could see it as like a power style quirk like All Might's is. So he knows that.
Okay.
But I think what he's seeing is that his body just can't handle it. I mean, it would be like, it's pretty obvious. Like, just if there's so much power that your body literally tears itself apart. Yeah, like
you can't use your power.
Right. And so that's they'll probably get into it later. I don't want to spoil things, but
Okay, no, that's fine. That's so. I wanted to make sure I was understanding it right, which is that he was just saying like he wasn't saying that because you have like because I felt like he was referencing All Might. But anyways, I have one more question. All Might was talking, and I don't know if we've talked about this before. So if we have, totally cut it out. All Might was talking about how he was going to give his power to somebody with a quirk.
Yeah.
Right? Does All Might have a quirk beyond the One for All? Because, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, was he given a quirk without that quirk without already having one?
Yeah, I don't know if I can answer that.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure I know the answer.
Okay, then that's fine. That was a question that was kind of rattling around in my brain after I heard that, because I was like, oh, wait a minute. So does he have another power or a separate power besides One for All?
Right.
Because they're making a big deal about the fact that Midoriya doesn't have a quirk, and he was given that one. So I'm just that just made me think. I was like, oh, so does he have something else? So that kind of stuck out to me.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. That's
interesting.
It,
no, cool thought. All right. I guess with that, we will go ahead and end. Thank you for watching Fat Guys React. I am Fish.
I'm still Optimal Prime.
And we'll see you later. Thanks again.
Watching your mouth move, damn, you look stupid. No filter.